What is good, everybody? It is your boy Super Saiyan Cab back with another Xenoverse 2 discussion video for you guys today. We are going to be talking about whether or not Xenoverse 2 is finally really officially dying down at this point in time, and why I truly feel within the next 2 months the player base will dwindle down a lot more than it has in the past after past DLCs, because as a lot of people know, when DLC drops, a lot of the player base comes back to the game. But today we're going to be talking about if this is officially the point where Xenoverse 2 finally starts to die down and does not come back, mainly because there's most likely not going to be any more DLC in the future, and we're going to talk about all those reasons throughout this video as to why I feel it's going to start to officially die down at this point in time. Now, another thing we're going to talk about also in this video, though, is why I strongly feel that Xenoverse 3 will happen. As a lot of you guys know, I've mentioned it in past videos. We're going to talk about that again today in this video right here for those who are still asking, because that's one of the most asked questions I get on any video for the most part, is when is Xenoverse 3 going to happen, or is Xenoverse 3 going to happen, things like that. So we're going to talk about that as well in this video, and why it would almost be dumb for them not to, just based off of the success that Xenoverse 2 has truly had. It's actually insane how successful this game has been. Now, before we actually get into this, I do want to mention and announce the Sub Saturday one more time for you guys. This week's Sub Saturday, guys, is going to be the most disrespectful matches as voted upon by you guys on the last Sub Saturday video. So be sure to send those disrespectful match clips to the email, Discord, or Twitter, all linked down below in the description, to have a chance to get in. And just one other quick thing, yes, I am sick, for those who are noticing my voice sounds absolutely terrible, so I just wanted to mention that really quick, because I know I'll probably get a lot of questions on whether or not I am sick down below in the comments. Now, jumping into this video, talking about Xenoverse 2 and why I feel these next 2 months are really going to start the official downfall, I guess you could say, or the official dying process of Xenoverse 2. First and foremost, guys, we did not really get many fixes with DLC 8, and it seems that slowly the player base right now, week by week, is dwindling down. I have a lot of people in the comments saying that they really don't even play this game unless they're playing with friends or things like that. And of course, that has slowly become the case in Xenoverse 2. A lot more people have moved to the side of only playing this game when they are playing with their homies. Now, there are still people who play online with rank, without limitations, with limitations, things like that. But even then, it has become difficult to play online based off the simple fact that they changed rank to where you cannot get away from the 1 and 2 bars. So when you do run into these 1 and 2 bars, you're basically guaranteed a very laggy match. That will definitely contribute to the downfall of this game, and the game is just almost 2.5 years old at this point. You guys got to think, this game dropped, I believe, October of 2016, so this game has been out for 2 years and almost 3 months now. And just think about how successful it has been. Like I said, this game has been insanely successful. Just to have a player base that is still dedicated to it till this day through all the issues that this game has. So not only have they not really fixed stuff with DLC 8, haven't really gave that major netcode fix that we all thought we were going to get a long time ago with DLC 7 and things like that, and then a lot of people speculated that that wasn't the full netcode update and they were going to come with more in the future, but clearly that has not been the case.
You suck!
And again, of course, that will slowly contribute to players not playing the game anymore, especially since the DLC 8 hype has also died down. Now, the main reason that Xenoverse will officially have that dying process come true, in my opinion, is Jump Force, guys. We are literally a month away from Jump Force, a month and a week at this point in time. Jump Force drops the 15th, I believe, of February, and if you get the Ultimate Edition, which gives you 3 days early access, it drops the 12th. So for some people, this game is literally a month and 3 days away from being released. And when Jump Force does release, I do feel a major portion of the Xeno fan base will be on that game, just based off the simple fact that it is like Xenoverse, but with all Shonen Jump characters. You will not only have access to the Dragon Ball characters and the Dragon Ball character skills, but you're going to have access to all your favorite Shonen Jump characters, their skills, and things like this for your CAC, because that game will also have a CAC in it, just like Xenoverse 2 does. So that is really the major factor that I feel will contribute to the official death, I guess you could say, of Xenoverse 2. Now, I do feel people still till this day, or till that day, will be playing Xenoverse even after Jump Force releases, even after it comes out, because again, like I said, this game has been actually very, very successful, a lot more successful than people think, and the fan base has stood committed to it for the most part for over 2 years in time now. So I do believe that people will still be playing Xenoverse 2 to even after Jump Force does release. But again, like I said, I feel Jump Force will be that last thing that really moves a lot of Xenoverse players away from Xenoverse, and they move on to Jump Force, because Jump Force, if it's successful and if it's as lit as a lot of people and myself think it's going to be, definitely will be like that Shonen Jump version of Xenoverse. We're gonna have a hub world with our CACs. I don't know how the missions or story mode, or if we'll have side quests or anything like that is gonna go, but just based off gameplay and things like that, I had a ton of fun with the beta. There's gonna be so many skills to go through with all the different characters. Like, you're gonna be able to mix up so many different anime on your CAC. It's just gonna be insanely dope, and I feel there's gonna be so much to do on that game. Like I said, it's gonna take a lot of the Xenoverse player base away from Xeno, and a lot of people will be on Jump Force. So for those reasons, guys, I truly do feel that this is really like the official starting process of the death of Xenoverse 2. Has been an absolutely great run, though. Let me say that right here, right now. Xenoverse 2, whether you want to believe it or not, is the most successful game in Dragon Ball gaming history, and probably one of the best at the same time, without questions. Yes, it has all these issues, but what Dragon Ball game were you really playing for over 2 years? What Dragon Ball game did you put up with all this nonsense just because the game has so much potential and could be so amazing, and you know it's amazing when it worked properly? So again, like I said, this game has been insanely successful, and that moves me into the next thing I want to talk about, which is the potential of Xenoverse 3 and why I truly feel it will happen. Guys, think about what we just got with that DLC 8 free update. We got those 10 million glasses showing that Xenoverse 2 had reached 10 million total sales. That is by far the most successful game in Dragon Ball gaming franchise history. They've never had a more successful game than that. And earlier today, I did look up Dragon Ball Fighter sales, and I'm not comparing the two games at all. They're both completely different games, guys. The only similarity that they have is the fact that they are Dragon Ball. But when I was looking at the sales, because as a lot of people know, Dragon Ball Fighters has done great in sales numbers as well. But as of October, they had reached 3.5 million sales, I believe. So that means they're probably around 5 million or over 5 million right now, with Christmas just passing and things like that. So of course Fighters has not been out as long, but it is not even really close to Xenoverse in total sales, I believe. And that just shows how successful Xenoverse truly has been, because Fighters has been extremely successful as well. It may pass Xenoverse one day as the highest selling game in Dragon Ball gaming history, because again, like I said, Fighters has literally been out for like almost a year and a half less. No, not a year and a half, but like a year less than Xenoverse 2 has been. So you definitely got to keep that in mind when it comes to the sales number. But just the simple fact that Xeno hit 10 million shows the success, and shows why it would be so dumb for Bandai and Dimps not to work on a Xenoverse 3, not to move on to a next installment in this series, just due to those sales number alone. And each and every single DLC that still comes out to this day, I believe gets great sales, because I mean, why else would they continue to drop them? Why else would they have come with that season 2, or basically season 2 of DLC, with DLC 5, 6, 7, and 8, if the DLC sales were not good for them? So clearly the DLC sales were high, the game sales were high, so it would only make sense for them to move on to Xenoverse 3, as just knowing that they're going to get good sales off of the game, especially if it's promoted correctly and they showcase some new stuff being added to the game that we've never seen and we've always wanted in Xenoverse, like maybe new awakens, new characters, or a whole type of new story. Like I said, with that whole Dragon Ball Hero thing, maybe Xenoverse and Dragon Ball Heroes finally mix and become one, and that's what Xenoverse 3 is based around. They can do so much, but again, I feel that Xenoverse 3, it would just not be a smart business decision for Bandai and Dimps at this point not to make the game based off how successful Xenoverse 2 truly has been, guys. But that is really what I wanted to talk about in this video today. Like I said, the success of Xenoverse and why it should lead to a Xenoverse 3 happening. Like I said, it's just a smart business decision for Bandai and Dimps at this point. And also why I do feel like this point in time is going to start the official dying process of Xenoverse 2, and it's not a bad thing at all. Games die. It's what happens. People move on to other games, and like I said, Jump Force, I feel, is going to be that game that takes away a lot, and I mean a lot, of the Xeno fan base, especially the people that still play Xeno till this day. I feel they will definitely be moving on to Jump Force, because Jump Force looks like it's going to have so much in it. It's going to be extremely lit. I cannot wait for that game to actually drop, and the open beta is literally right around the corner, so definitely expect some Jump Force open beta content when the open beta actually does drop. But let me know your thoughts, guys, on everything that I had to say within this video, how you guys feel, if you guys feel that I am correct basically on this dying process of Xenoverse 2 starting at this point, and how you guys feel about what I said about Xenoverse 3, and if you feel I'm correct on that, like it would just be a bad business decision for Bandai not to make a Xenoverse 3 and making another installment within this series. Let me know all that and how you guys feel about all that down below in the comments, and be sure to send those Sub Saturday submissions to the email link, or the email, Twitter, and Discord, all linked down below in the description for you guys to have a chance to get in. But till next time, man, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Really hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, really hope you have a good day. Peace, y'all.